won't lift a finger. That won't be necessary. You'll see. He can do it. He'll outwit you every time. Hey! Drink, boy! Drink!
Wow, teacher, it's so strong. What is it?
100% proof white lightning.
I'm drunk.
Before the flashing lights of Hollywood, before the global fame and thunderous applause, Jackie Chan was just a little boy in Hong Kong, born into poverty, abandoned by opportunities, and raised by hardship. Today, we know him as the fearless martial artist who leaps across skyscrapers, takes punches like poetry, and turns every fall into a rise. But behind that signature smile and comedic charm is a story carved in blood, sweat, broken bones, and unmatched determination. Jackie Chan didn't become a legend because things were easy. He became a legend because he refused to quit. Kicked out of school, trained like a soldier, and rejected countless times by the film industry, Jackie pushed through every obstacle with grit that defied limits. He wasn't born a star, he fought his way to it. Every scar on his body tells a story of struggle. Every stunt he performed without a double was a loud declaration, "I believe in myself, no matter what." His journey reminds us that greatness isn't about being lucky or perfect, it's about being unstoppable. Jackie Chan turned pain into passion, failures into fuel, and setbacks into stepping stones. And through it all, he never lost his heart. This is not just the story of a martial artist. This is the story of a warrior, a survivor, and an icon who inspired the world not just with his fists, but with his spirit. Jackie Chan was born on April 7, 1954, in Hong Kong, into a life of struggle. His parents, Charles and Lily Chan, were refugees from the Chinese Civil War. They had nothing. In fact, they were so poor that when Jackie was born, they almost sold him to a wealthy British doctor because they couldn't afford to raise him. That was Jackie's first brush with fate, a fate that had far bigger plans for him. As a child, Jackie was full of energy, so much that his parents called him Pow Pow, meaning cannonball. But this energy wasn't always a gift. Jackie struggled in school, failing multiple times. He wasn't the academic kind. His parents, working as cooks at the French embassy in Hong Kong, were desperate for a solution. And at just 7 years old, they made a painful decision. They enrolled Jackie into the China Drama Academy, a Peking opera school known for its brutal, military-like discipline. Life at the academy was not easy. It was a world of pain, pressure, and punishment. Jackie would wake up before sunrise and train for nearly 19 hours a day. No toys. No freedom. Just physical drills, martial arts, acrobatics, and acting, all enforced with strict rules and harsh discipline. If you made a mistake, you were beaten. If you cried, you trained harder. It was there that Jackie learned to endure pain, to stretch the limits of his body, and to turn discipline into a lifestyle. While most children were playing, Jackie was training, falling, flipping, punching, and pushing through tears. He later said, "We weren't trained to be actors, we were trained to survive." And survive he did. Under the cruel hands of hardship, a diamond was being carved. The suffering he faced as a child didn't break him, it shaped him. What the world would one day celebrate as daring stunts and breathtaking performances were born out of years of brutal, invisible battles fought behind closed doors. From a little boy nearly given away, to a child hardened by pain and discipline, Jackie Chan's roots were planted in struggle. But deep in that soil, greatness had already begun to grow. After years of brutal training at the China Drama Academy, Jackie Chan emerged with rare skills, martial arts precision, acrobatic mastery, and iron discipline. But talent alone wasn't enough. The real world didn't care about his bruises or sacrifice. When Jackie stepped into the film industry in the early 1970s, he was just another stuntman, nameless, voiceless, and easily replaceable. At first, he was hired as a background extra and a stunt double in kung fu films. He took hits, fell from rooftops, and risked his life for scenes that barely showed his face. His body was used, but his spirit was ignored. The shadow of Bruce Lee still loomed large. Hong Kong cinema wanted another serious, stoic martial arts hero. But Jackie was different. He wasn't Bruce. He didn't want to be. Over and over, he was told he'd never make it. Directors didn't believe in his comedic style. Audiences didn't recognize his name. And when he was finally cast as a leading man, his first few films flopped badly. One movie after another failed at the box office. Producers gave up on him. He even considered giving up on himself. But in the face of rejection, Jackie did what he always did. He trained harder, pushed further, and reimagined the game. Instead of copying Bruce Lee, Jackie found his own voice. He fused martial arts with comedy, added wild stunts, and built a persona no one had ever seen before. The underdog fighter who wasn't invincible, who got hurt, who bled, who struggled, but who always stood back up with a goofy grin. And that, finally, changed everything. In 1978, Jackie starred in Snake in the Eagle's Shadow and Drunken Master, films that blended jaw-dropping action with slapstick humor. They were instant hits. Audiences fell in love with his originality. Jackie Chan had created a new genre. He wasn't just an action star, he was a revolution. But success didn't mean safety. To pull off his crazy stunts, Jackie refused to use doubles or CGI. He jumped between buildings, slid down skyscrapers, fought with real objects, and broke bones on set again and again. One wrong move could have ended his life, but his mindset was unshakable. If I die doing a stunt, at least I die doing what I love. Even with success in Asia, breaking into Hollywood was another mountain. When he first tried in the 80s, he was cast in stereotypical roles and misunderstood by American producers. His accent was mocked, his films were edited poorly, and his action scenes were doubted. But Jackie kept pushing. He refused to quit. In 1995, at the age of 41, when most actors were slowing down, Jackie made one last bold attempt to break into Hollywood with Rumble in the Bronx. The film wasn't backed by a massive budget or a big studio, but it had something far more powerful: Jackie Chan's raw talent and unstoppable heart. And this time, America noticed. The movie was a hit. Audiences were stunned by his physical comedy, the incredible stunts he performed without a double, and the sincerity he brought to the screen. Jackie wasn't just another martial artist, he was a breath of fresh air. He brought something real, something human. He got hurt. He laughed. He made others laugh. He didn't try to be perfect, he tried to be himself. And that made all the difference. Hollywood finally opened its doors. Jackie went on to star in international hits like Rush Hour, Shanghai Noon, The Tuxedo, and The Karate Kid. Rush Hour, especially, became a cultural phenomenon. Teaming up with Chris Tucker, Jackie proved he could blend martial arts, comedy, and heart in a way no one else could. The movie grossed hundreds of millions and made Jackie a household name around the world. But fame never changed him. Even as he rose to the top, Jackie stayed grounded. He performed his own stunts, spoke openly about his mistakes and injuries, and remained deeply connected to his fans. His work ethic became legendary. He would rehearse a single fight scene over 1,000 times just to make it perfect. He didn't settle. He sacrificed. Jackie Chan became more than just a global star, he became a symbol of perseverance, cultural fusion, and inspiration. In an industry that once told him you'll never make it, he carved out a path no one else dared to walk. He didn't just break into Hollywood. He broke down the walls between East and West, between fear and faith, rejection and triumph. By the 2000s, Jackie Chan had become a global icon not just in action cinema, but as a symbol of resilience, humility, and heart. His movies had earned billions worldwide, and he had inspired generations of dreamers, fighters, and film lovers. But Jackie's greatest achievements didn't just happen in front of the camera, they came from the way he used his success to give back. Over the course of his career, Jackie received countless honors, Lifetime Achievement Awards from international film festivals, MTV Movie Awards for Best Fight Scenes, a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and Hong Kong's Avenue of Stars. And in 2016, one of the greatest honors of all, an honorary Oscar from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. It was recognition not just of his talent, but of his unique contribution to the art of film. Jackie became the first Chinese actor to receive such an award. Standing on that Oscar stage, he humbly said, "After 56 years in the industry, more than 200 films, so many broken bones, finally." But Jackie never let fame blind him. With the same energy he once poured into stunts and scenes, he turned his heart toward philanthropy. He established the Jackie Chan Charitable Foundation, which supports children's education, medical help for the poor, disaster relief, and animal welfare. His other foundation, Dragon's Heart Foundation, has helped build schools and homes for orphans and the elderly in rural China. Jackie has donated millions of dollars over the years, not for attention, but because he believes deeply in giving others the opportunity he never had. He once said, "I never forget where I came from. I know what it's like to have nothing." Despite global success, Jackie continues to live with a sense of humility. He visits students, builds homes, and often performs with young aspiring actors, still doing his own stunts, even in his 60s and 70s. His legacy is not just in bruises and box office numbers, it's in the hearts he's lifted. Jackie Chan showed the world that it's possible to stay kind in a cutthroat industry, to stay giving in a world obsessed with taking, and to remain yourself no matter how high you rise. He has become a bridge between cultures, a mentor to millions, and a living example of what's possible when you refuse to give up even when the world says you should. Jackie Chan's story is more than a tale of stunts, fame, and fortune. It's the story of a man who rose from the ground, literally and figuratively, every single time life knocked him down. Through the bruises, the rejections, the failures, and the falls, Jackie taught the world something priceless. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be persistent. He never had the smoothest path, the clearest voice, or the easiest entry into success. But what he had was heart. He had the discipline forged in childhood pain, the courage to carve his own style, and the humility to lift others even while climbing himself. Jackie's life teaches us, failure is not the end, it's part of the beginning. Jackie was rejected more times than he was accepted, but each time became a stepping stone. Pain is a teacher, not an enemy. Every broken bone made him stronger, not weaker. Be yourself. While others wanted him to be the next Bruce Lee, Jackie found his strength in being the first Jackie Chan. Give back. Success means nothing if you don't lift others along the way. And Jackie has done that not just through charity, but through his character. Even in his 70s, Jackie continues to smile, give, and inspire. He once said, "I never wanted to be the best, I just kept doing my best." And maybe that's the ultimate lesson. You don't need to be a superhero to change the world, you just need to keep going, keep growing, and never give up. From pain to purpose, from silence to standing ovations, Jackie Chan is living proof that your greatest weapon is not your fist, but your will to rise, again and again, no matter how hard you fall. Jackie Chan's story isn't just his, it's yours too. Because like him, you may face rejection, pain, and doubt. But if you keep rising, keep believing, and keep pushing through every fall, you too can turn your struggle into strength and your journey into greatness. Don't wait to be perfect, just dare to begin. Your rise starts now. That's the inspirational story of Jackie Chan. Inspired by Jackie Chan's journey? Watch more powerful stories here and subscribe for weekly inspiration. And lastly, don't forget to hit the bell and never miss a story that could change your life.